Hi, Susan.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, Gábor Lackó, for bringing this wonderful piece to the Hungarian House. And this was with the help, and it was the idea of Miss Susan Kalev, aki beszél magyarul, a Gábor is, mindenki beszél itt magyarul. But we promised we would do this in English. And so we will continue in English. Gábor, I would love to know if you could tell us a little bit more about Spinoza Theater and how Anna Sándor came to discover this piece and invite you to have it performed at her theater.
Yes. Thank you for the question. As I mentioned already during my introduction before the projection of Write It Again, Spinoza Theater was created in 2002. It means 22 years ago by Anna Sándor Anna, who is an economist in fact, and who married to Holland, to Amsterdam. And he came back, he returned to Hungary 22 years ago, especially to create a cultural center in the heart of Budapest. Okay. She found an iconic building in the heart of Budapest, Dob utca, which was at the time an abandoned, neglected sugar factory. And she bought it and transformed this unit for a theater and combined with a coffee house restaurant. Nobody believed in this project except Anna, and she realized it. It became a success story. And some years ago, even she wrote a book about it with the title, Anna, Are You Crazy? Really, a little bit, I think so, should be crazy to that, but she realized it, that it is, as I mentioned, a success story. Because in the course of the years, Spinoza has become a meeting point for intellectuals. A lot of plays, especially in first of all, Hungarian plays, premiere, were presented, performed there, but also conferences about economic, about discussions, cultural items, scientific, historical items, concerts, classical and also jazz concerts, and film projections. And even each summer, in front of, in the other side of the street, the Dob utca, in front of the coffee house, there are free of charge concerts of 1 hour each, and they are very popular.
We'd like to ask about more information on the Cherna, who was this remarkable actor who played the part in your play. And he is 61 years old. He's well known in Hungary. And this production, amazingly, is a one-man show with a chair and a desk for props. And he's talking to the ghost of Shakespeare that he imagines is sitting on that chair. And his performance is very powerful, very sensitive, and completely flows naturally. And his physicality and his control of his voice are just remarkable. So I think we would like to know how you sound it.
Yeah. I think I have a special relationship to Anton Cherno. His nickname is Tony. Everybody calls him Tony. And our first contact was a sudden, unexpected phone call in 2021, one day before the recording of the first of the paraphrase, Merchant of Venice. The title of his monodrama was, the first version, Necromancy or the Neutralization of the Title. And we didn't know each other. And I am ashamed that I didn't never know his name because we almost just came back from Switzerland after a very long stay. And really, for me, he was unknown. Or also, he was there, as you mentioned, a well-known actor, playing in a lot of plays, films, and especially he was popular because he performed in TV series, popular TV stars. Okay, the purpose of this call was that for me that next day, the play will be recorded, and he wants to some aspect for me as author of the piece, and we started to discuss about it, and he was interested about ideas, about the approach, and about the psychology of the character, etc. And I realized I was really impressed how consciously because he prepared for this role. I appreciate it very much. And I shared him with my ideas, tried to give him instructions, which I thought very important. We discussed over the phone more than 1 hour. The next day, I went to the recording of the performance, and I was looking there for Cherna. I went to his dressing room. We made acquaintance with each other, and I waited, and I was present somewhere in the background of the recording, the shot footing. And I thought, I expected that the shooting will be in several takes, but not. It to me, to my big surprise, was shot continuously without interruption, and not and everything was in one shot. Much later, I learned that Goni delivered his performance without any rehearsal, and he said his rather sophisticated text either at one shooting. I was very surprised, and I heard it later, or maybe during the preparation of the play in Spinoza. And when we discussed it almost under who saved the role, so evidently, immediately I told that Cherna should really she accepted. He accepted also my proposal for the stage director on the right. Because on the last tour director in my 20 years, also on the theater and also for the radio play. And I think that this film, this cooperation, was born under Lucky Star because that it was very big harmony between us, similar approaches about everything, and we understood each other in every aspect. Very shortly, I sent the 20 meters to her, and she loved very much this play, but it was no financial possibilities means to realize it, to present it, but we knew each other, and after 2-3 years, we met on vernissage, and she told me that, okay, I saw this version of the Merchant of Venice. If you could extend to 1 hour or a little bit more, I would present it. And so was born the play Write It Again, Shakespeare. That's all. Yes. And I understood that an actor can as full of fear. Because it was really wonderful. And I would like to mention about Cherno one scene with you, that he is an excellent saxophone. I was just been off, and the other mental activity. And they playing you in there, and in his district, so there he needs and qualified fire.
Oh,
And I received through this play a very good friend. I think so that this friendship will remain. Yeah.
and he did an
So,
amazing job to embody this colleague, so to speak, of Shakespeare. And now something more about the actual play. It's an imagined remake of the play, and the play offers Shakespeare another chance to show Shylock in a different light, as a kind of purchase. And the actor also recites a time as a young child when he first discovered that he was born cartoonish, that we did not know that. And in reading the play, he asks, what was really the intention of Shakespeare in writing this play?
mhm,
And
yeah,
talking about Shylock the way he
yeah,
did.
yeah. Okay.
And the production of the play is very simple, very effective, and with the monologue and the movements of the emperor and how he modulates his voice. When he's intense, the voice goes up. And when he's quiet and relaxed, the voice goes down. And more thing is that these words throughout the play that this scene is very close to the heart and it's full of delight.
No, okay. Thank you very much. I think you and the public will be a little bit surprised because myself, even during the writing, I consider the writing against Shakespeare as a tragicomical, ironic play. First of all, already that the public has to accept the theory, in fact, that somebody, a common man from Budapest, even not from the world of the theater, invites Shakespeare to Budapest to discuss with him. And for this call, the host of Shakespeare is coming to Budapest and starts to discuss with this small man who really has nothing to do with the theater. And that is the comic side, the story, the ironic side, I would say. But on the other hand, is also very tragic because the scope of the invitation is with Shakespeare, with the host of Shakespeare, and doesn't know that yes, that he will be confronted with the effect and the character of child who has become a reference for the anti-Semitic propaganda 200, 300 years after the death of Shakespeare, causing directly or indirectly the treatment of the Bruce family members of Mr. Neves, of this common man will be finished him for it means that it's too early because I saw the play several times. I went 2-3 times with Cherla and with the dean to the countryside and Juror and voice of fresh out and several things because it was very pleasant to see together. And even with Spinoza, as in the countryside, I saw people laughing very, it has the laughing and very big, how to say, silence, where silence is everywhere. It means the public understand very well my intention, like that is, I wasn't, I am very satisfied. There is another element where understand the word mandated to extend the context of the play. It was a very good occasion for me to commemorate the voice that I grew up. Tricky talents with their old neighbors, because the building was 5 floors, functioned like a village. Get yourself, that's the thing, but no stories of the family. And because people knew each other, it is the 50s, 60s, and everybody was poor, but everybody knew each other, and everybody liked or hated each other, and helped each other. And then came the revolution of 58 in November, when people emigrated from Hungary, a big number, and the collective was organized at Prague. And with this track, the half is your left Hungary.
Really?
And I think that is very special. Yes, and I wanted a little bit to mention
Thank
some
you.
neighbors and maybe to give back this the atmosphere of these big houses in the center of Budapest of the 50s and big 60s. Returning to the play, to your question also, the main message of the play is that the world can murder. And all genocide begins with girls. And we should not forget it. That is the main message of the play.
And I think that the theme explored guided against Shakespeare is how he presented the character of Shylock. I think there is some remembrance of that, some recollection of that theme in the book that he wrote for the second life of Bithby. And this is a brilliant and deeply felt novel, and it's also an autobiography on love, the meditation was love and healing. It examines the struggle to forge a new life after you lose everything that you love. Because the first life was the weakness, and it was interrupted and lived unfitted. And it uncovers the waters of the heart and the soul of the grieving husband and father. And it's unique that it does not portray the relatives as it was happening, but it picks up the story of the untouchable grief and the wounded.
The one thing that we would mention that which plays the soul of the heroes, the book, there is the Hungarian history after the war. Because the book starts in 45 and finishes in 89. At the day of the death of János Kádár. It means that when started the real changes of regime in Hungary. And during these times came the second big tragedy, the confiscation of the small shop on the countryside, where exactly in Jászberény, of the hero. After came the revolution of 56, and for his role, which was not a very important role, he was licensed and he was without work for a certain time. And again, he had to restart the life, the professional life at least, and go on, and evidently the brackets in gray years and the Kádár regime. And the book also tells about these years. Finally, I would like to add something that is other things that after this evening, two other plays will be presented in the Hungarian halls of Europe, offered by Spinoza Theatre. About the life of Robert Stacker. And the other is the relationship between Freud, the big psychiater, and Ferenczi, the original living victim in their relationship. And but Bea will tell the details you. Yeah. Thank you very much, Susan,
But
for your contribution.
Well, I did want to mention that we very much look forward to the future presentations, that we've been blessed, really, in thanks to Susan initiating all this dialogue between us, and Gábor, with you having this piece to draw us all together. And we are very happy and overjoyed that you had, and with Spinoza Theater's cooperation, engaged and picked up communication with us, and we've been able to present this wonderful piece to our audience. We do very much look forward to showing the Freud and Ferenczi piece very soon. And we wanted to thank you all so much for your time, Susan and Gábor. And we again appreciate the audience for participating and listening to all the various perspectives on that could be taken on Shakespeare and how it relates to very current events today. Thank you so much, és hálásan köszönünk mindenkit, hogy velünk voltak a mai nap folyamán, ma estén. Köszönjük szépen!